In this video we're gonna set this pipe speed. Okay, we're gonna set this pipe. As you can see, it's going to left. So without furthering delay, let's dive into this topic. So drag the sky. Okay, go to assets and drag the sky into the scene view. As you can see, we cannot able to see the bird. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add sorting layer, we're gonna add layers. Okay, so select the sky and go to sprite renderer. You can see additional setting which says sorting layer by selected default. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna add sorting layer. Okay, we're gonna add sorting layer, hit the plus icon. Okay, hit the plus icon and make a brown sorry, background. Okay, make that background. Okay, and then save it. After saving it, drag the background behind the default layer. Okay, so the bird will, and also create another like bird. Okay, bird layer. Okay, bird sorting layer, and it will be front of background and also we default. Okay, so what we're gonna do, select the sky. Okay, select the sky, go to sprite renderer, then additional setting, select the background. Okay, now we are able to see, and we're gonna go to player. Okay, or the bird. So we're gonna add sorting layer to bird as a bird. Okay, so the bird is front of this background. Okay, so hit apply all as well. Okay, so what we're gonna do, uh, so we're gonna drag the ground as well. Okay, we're gonna drag the ground as well. So before that we're gonna make pipes. Okay, so as you can see, this is a sprite sheet. Okay, if I select the pipes. Okay, go to editor. As you can see, there are 4 pipes, and we need to cut individually. Okay, so what we need to do, select that and go to sprite mode, select single to multiple. Okay, select single to multiple. Okay, and I'm gonna make it 164 so it will be small. Okay, and select filter mode to point, no filter, and then compression to none. After doing this, just hit apply. Okay, after doing this, hit apply and slice it. Okay, slice. Okay, slice it and slice, and after that hit apply all, so it will cut off individually the sprites. Okay, so if I drag one of them, as you can see. Okay, as you can see, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna call this one pipe. Okay, we're gonna call this one pipe. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna create 3 points. Okay, from those 3 points, these pipes, okay, these pipes will be spawned. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna drag another pipe as well. Okay, I'm gonna drag another pipe as well. I'm gonna drag, don't know why it's okay. So what are we gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate this. Okay, duplicate this. To duplicate, just hit control D on your keyboard. Okay, control D on your keyboard and select this move tool. Okay, move tool, and move it over here. Okay, and as you can see, we're gonna flip, as you can see, I'm gonna flip the bottom one. Okay, bottom one in in vertical. Okay, to flip like this, vertical or horizontally, you just have to select the pipe, and as you can go to sprite renderer, you can see flip. So we're gonna flip this pipe in the y-axis. Okay, as you can see, now it's flipped. Now it's like this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the upper one child of the first one. Okay, so what we need to do, drag the upper one. Okay, to the bottom one. Now it's child of this game object. If I move this game object, as you can see. Okay, as you can see, if I move the bottom pipe, also the upper pipe going with it, because we made the upper pipe child of this bottom pipe. So what we also gonna do, we're gonna create an empty game object. Okay, so go to hierarchy. Okay, right click, create empty game object, name that to something like pipes, or pipes, something like that. Okay, and go to transform of that, right click, reset. Okay, and I'm gonna select an icon. So go to inspector, as you can see, just hit this box icon and select any of them. I'm gonna select this yellow one. Okay, yellow one, and I'm gonna move it over here, something like this. Okay, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna make these two pipes the child of this game object, as you can see. So what we need to do, select that child pipe parent and drag it into this. Okay, now if I move this pipe game object, and I'm gonna name this to 1 and 2, something like that, 1, and I'm gonna move this to 2. So if I move this pipe, okay, if I move this pipe, as you can see, it's going with it. Okay, both this game object, because both this game object is a child of this game object. Okay, pipes game object. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna rename this to pipe for short. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we also need to make prefab of this game object. Okay, to means the copy of this. So go to prefab folder and select the pipe and drag it into the prefab folder. What we're gonna do, we're gonna add box collider 2D to this both pipes. Okay, so firstly we are going to the parent of this pipe, upper pipe. Okay, so add a box collider 2D. Okay, box collider 2D 2D, and edit the collider. Hit edit collider. Okay, and edit the collider size of this sprite. So you have to make this like this. Okay, like this. I guess it's pretty fine. Okay, uh, make the size, and also add collider. Okay, also add collider to the upper pipe as well. Okay, so what we, select the child of this pipe, bottom pipe. Okay, and add component box collider 2D as well to the upper. Okay, and hit edit collider and make it size of this sprite. Okay, make it size of this sprite. So I guess it's now fine. uh, it's now fine. So what we're gonna do, so and go to the parent of these both pipes. Okay, and over here you can see overrides. Okay, overrides, and you have to hit apply all. So it will change in the prefab as well with adding box collider 2D. Okay, so we need to hit apply all. Now it's changed in the prefab as well. Now if we delete from this in view, okay, or hierarchy, we can drag this pipe as well, as you can see. Now with box collider 2D attached, as you can see. Okay, so that is the magic of prefab. Okay, so you have to make that prefab, means the copy of that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna delete from this scene view now, and we also need to add collider to this pipe for to this bird for collision detection. Okay, so what we're gonna do, select the game object bird. Okay, select the game object bird and add component. We're gonna find circle collider 2D. Okay, and hit enter and edit the collider over here, as you can see. And I'm gonna make the radius something like 0.5. Now it's predefined, and the offset in the y-axis, I'm gonna move it little down. Okay, something like that. It's pretty fine. So I'm gonna make the radius little more. I'm gonna move it something over here. Now it's pretty fine. Okay, so we also need to overrides and then apply all to change in the prefab as well. So what we gonna do, firstly we're gonna create 3 points. From those 3 points the pipe will spawn. Okay, so we also need to create a spawner script, but before that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna move this pipe to the left side. Okay, we're gonna move this pipe to the left side. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna attach a script pipe. We're gonna create a pipe script, and then we're gonna attach that script to this pipe. So what we need to do, head over to script folder, right click, create. Okay, then shisha script, may name that shisha script to pipe, and then hit enter. Okay, and then hit enter and double click it to open up in Visual Studio, and head again to Unity and attach this script to pipe game object. Okay, pipe game object by dragging. So double click it to open up in Visual Studio. double click it to open up in Visual Studio. As you can see, by default we have two function, start function and the update function. The start function get call when the game start and it calls just one time, and the update function over here calls every time again and again, like in 1 second it calls 60 frame pass 60 frames averagely. Okay, so head again to Unity. Okay, head again to Unity and select the pipe, means both of this parent which we set this game object. Okay, so select that game object and drag the pipe script to add component section. Okay, and we're gonna add add a velocity in the left direction. Okay, so select the pipe. Okay, select the pipe and drag the pipe script to add component section. Okay, and what we need to override and then apply all to change in the prefab as well. Okay, double click it to open up in Visual Studio. So so we don't need the start function. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove this and also these two namespaces in the top, we don't need that. We need the update function, because update function get call every single frame and we need to add a speed every single frame. Okay, so what we gonna do, firstly we need a speed, okay, to go in the left direction or like this. Okay, so what we gonna do, uh, what we gonna do, we're gonna firstly so we're gonna do, firstly we're gonna assign an speed. Okay, we're gonna assign a speed, so we're gonna make it public to see in the inspector or adjust in the inspector. Okay, the type of that variable will be float. Okay, and we will call something like speed. Okay, speed by default you can set equal to, okay, I'm gonna set something like 1.5 f. Okay, 1.5f, and now it's pretty fine. So what we're gonna do, this as you can see update is called once per frame. So what we're gonna do it update function. Okay, update function. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna use the transform. If I head again to Unity, if I play around with x, okay, play around with x, as you can see the by if we play around in the x position, as you can see it's going left or right. Okay, so we need this transform. As you can see, firstly we have to go to transform and then this position. Okay, so what we're gonna do, firstly we need to go to transform and we're gonna use this translate function. Basically translate function over here. Okay, translate function takes direction. Okay, firstly it will take the direction and direction. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put vector 2. Okay, vector 2 dot left. Basically vector 2 dot left mean minus x minus 1 in the x direction and the y direction. So minus, if you select something like minus 1, so it will go left as you can see, and the y direction we are going to set to 0. Okay, we're not gonna move in the y direction, so that's why we put vector 2 dot left. Basically this means -1 in the x, okay, and y in the 0, and we also need to multiply this with our speed. So as you know so if we multiply this with speed, and by default we set our speed to 1.5 unit. Okay, so in the x it will be minus 1.5 sorry, minus 1 into 1.5, which will be minus 1.5. So if we go and again to this game object, and if we set minus 1.5, as you can see it's going left from here to here, as you can see. So that's the magic. So what we're gonna do, and we are multiplying with our speed. Okay, so and we also need to multiply with time dot delta time. Let's assume you have super fast computer. Okay, super fast computer and my computer is too slow, so slow. So in that case, okay, in that case your computer will run in 1 second 120 frames. Okay, 120 frames, but my computer is slow, so it will run in 1 second 60 frames. But multiplying with time dot delta time make frame rate independence, means whatever computer you use, the frame rate will be same, if the game if in 1 second it will run 60 frame, whatever you compete whatever computer you use, it will run the same frame, okay, 60 frames. So that's why we need to also need to multiply with time dot delta time, make frame rate independence. And we are doing it update function, okay, update function get called every time, so we are adding negative speed, okay, in the x to the pipe every frame, so it will go to left, as you know. So control s on your keyboard, okay, control s on your keyboard and head again to unity. You will able to see, you will able to see the pipe will go in the left direction by 1.5 unit. As you know, we set by default float value, or the speed parameter to 1.5, okay, 1.5. So just wait for to compile, and you will, if we hit play, you will able to see that, okay. So if we hit play, and you will able to see this game object will go to the left direction, okay. uh, as you can see, it's going to left direction, okay. So what we're gonna do, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna also destroy this game object, okay. We're gonna also destroy this game object if the if this pipe or this game object over here far behind the screen, okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna destroy. If we don't destroy, the game will hold so many game objects, okay, so many game objects. So the game will be laggy at some time, okay. So that's why we also need to destroy this game object at some point, okay. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna over here, okay, like after 0.5 second, sorry, after 5 second, like that, we're gonna destroy this game object. So what we have to do, just open up the player script, and we're gonna do it up start function, okay. Start function get call when we start the game, okay, and it call just one time. So what we're gonna do in that, we're gonna use this destroy function, okay, destroy. And we're gonna destroy this stored game object, means the pipe game object itself, okay. And we have to specify, if you want to destroy immediately, you can do, you don't need to specify the second argument, but we're gonna specify the second argument to destroy, okay, not immediately. So that's why. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put something like time, okay. So we're gonna make it a float variable in the top, okay. And we're gonna make it public to adjust in the inspector. So we're gonna make public float, and we're gonna call this, okay, we're gonna call this something like destroy time, okay, destroy pipe, or destroy time. By default you can set any below. By default I'm going to set 5 second or 5f, okay. That's mean 5 second. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put as a second argument destroy time, okay, destroy time, okay. So basically what's happening in the start function, this function will get call, okay. So it will destroy itself, the pipe game object itself, and it will destroy by this specified time. By default we set 5 units, so after 5 second, after 5 second, this game object will destroy itself, okay, as you can see. And we are doing it start function, and start function get call when the game start, okay. I hope you get the idea. And control s on your keyboard and head again to unity. You will able to see after 5 seconds this pipe will destroy itself, okay, this pipe will destroy itself, okay. Just wait for to compile, just wait for to compile, and you will able to see that, okay, you will able to see that. So as you can see, by default we set 5 second destroy time, okay. I'm gonna move it over here. Now if we play, okay, if we play, the pipe will destroy itself after 5 second, okay, the pipe will destroy itself after 5 second. Just wait for to compile, and you will able to see in the scene view or hierarchy, okay, it will destroy itself, okay. So as you can see, it's get destroy itself. You can, as you can see, it's not in hierarchy also in this in view. So that's cool. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put 10 second, 5 second, it's pretty small, so we're gonna put 10 second, and then overrides over here, and you have to do hit apply all to change in the prefab as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna create another script and we're gonna attach. Okay, we're gonna attach. Okay, firstly what we're gonna do, instead of doing that, we added a collider 2D, collider 2D our bird. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a tag, we're gonna assign both of this. Okay, we're gonna assign tag. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna call this pipe. So select the first pipe. Okay, select the first pipe and go to untag. You go to inspector, you can see untagged, which is what we're gonna do, we're gonna add a tag. Okay, add tag, hit the add tag and hit. Okay, hit this plus icon and name this something like pipe and save it. Hit enter to save it, and head again to the first head again to the first game object pipe. Okay, and assign that pipe to our pipe tag. Okay, pipe tag also do the upper pipe as well. Okay, assign that upper pipe to as a pipe tag, as you can see. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna head over to parent game object and overrides, and we're gonna apply all to change in the prefab as well. We assign it both of this pipe. Okay, both of this pipe as a pipe tag, as you can see. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to bird script. Okay, we're gonna go to bird script and we're gonna open this up. So double click it to open up in Visual Studio. So we're gonna use inbuilt function which call on collision inter 2D, which is in unity function. We have to type this on collision. Okay, on collision inter 2D. Basically this function, okay, this function get trigger or call whenever we collide with something. Okay, whenever we collide with something, this function will get called. Whenever the bird collide with something, this function void on collision inter 2D function get called. So what we're gonna do, we can extract info by this parameter. As you can see, collision 2D other, we can extract info something like name tag as a. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna check. Okay, in the console. So we have to type this debug.log, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna going to other than that game object, and we're gonna print out the name. You can print out name tag. Okay, by so we can extract info like that. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna print out name in the console. Just we're gonna put name. Oh, sorry. So this function void on collision inter 2D function get call whenever we collide with something. And what we're doing, we just printing out the name what we colliding with. So firstly we are going to that game object, and then we are printing out the name, as you can see. So control S on your keyboard and head again to unity and select the console. Okay, and then after selecting console, hit play. You will able to see whenever the pipe collide with these pipes. Okay, pipes, the pipe name will print out in the console, because we assign not pipes, we assigned these pipes as a 1 and 2. The first one is 1, the second one is 2. As you can see, if I select the pipe, as you can see, we name this 1 2. Okay, so what we gonna do, so select the console, and selecting after that, hit the hit the play button in the top. You will able to see whenever we collide with this pipe. Okay, whenever we collide with this pipe, we will see the name of that pipe. It will print out. As we know, we assign it 1 and 2, as you can see. Okay, as you can see, instead of, so what we gonna do, instead of printing out message. Okay, instead of printing out message, we're gonna restart the game. Okay, but before that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna spawn these pipes from certain position. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, we're gonna make spawner script. Okay, so we're gonna do it in the next video. Okay, so I hope you get the idea, and if you enjoy it, or you can like this video and share it with your friends. Okay, who just want to learn unity from the beginning. And if you are